And we are back. The post reaction of the Survivor Series. And let's start real quick because, man, let me tell you, I got other things on my mind about the mid cards, but we're going to save it for here. But let's start real quick with the Survivor Series kickoff show. We had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Damian Priest. Nakamura wins by, I
A
guess,
knockout.
I'm not that with a guitar, right? But this ain't the
Call
first
him knock.
time that Damian Priest has loses his frustration. I'm seeing that there's a pattern here.
Yeah, yeah, and I definitely see that pattern too. And it looks like we may be seeing a changing of the guards with him. You know what I'm saying? So like his darker side is coming out of him for some reason. But yeah, Shinsuke knocked out Mora. We're gonna call him for tonight.
Indeed, and that rolled into the actual event. But before we're not going to even go in order. We're going straight through to the women's 5-on-5, and this was last year when we saw Lana winning it for doing a whole lot of nothing. But this was the card right here, and notice the background. It was Bianca Belair who failed to win it for Team SmackDown, and this is her now winning it today. So how you feel about this match?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was kind of almost predictable, I guess you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I knew Shotzi was gonna probably be the one on the end on the SmackDown side, only because she's new, she's fresh into this. But yeah, I think it was something for her, for Bianca to redeem herself from last year. She couldn't do it for the blue brand last year. She did it for the red brand this year.
Well, I'm gonna
Congratulations.
tell you what right now. It just that match being in the middle didn't fit right for me because the fact that you had the opening match with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, and you would think that the hype will continue, but for some odd reason that it took a pause of the energy that was for that series, and I
Yeah,
think more focus was on Sasha Banks and Shotzi,
yeah,
So other than that, it just things didn't just click anymore, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it was nice to see Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair to go in the middle of the ring, but the hype wasn't there. I mean, I didn't feel the fire. I really didn't. But yep, Bianca Belair got it done for Team Raw, and she was the sole survivor. Speaking about surviving here, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I mean, this was the battle of who could cheat the best, right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, and there you go. Becky Lynch wins this match. Look, man, I called it from the very beginning. Becky Lynch was going to win this match regardless. But she used Charlotte Flair's playbook to the T, and
Hmm.
congrats to her. I mean, what more can you say about it? That she is. I mean, there's a reason why she was two belt, right?
Yeah, yeah. She outsmarted Charlotte. Beat her at her own game to say, and it was good start though to the night. The way they just started going at it with each other, a lot of fire, and a lot of intensity there. You seen it. That's what we wanted. And I wish that would have carried on through the night, like you said. So
Right. I think that was the best match tonight in the Survivor Series. To be honest with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Then the men's Survivor Series. Here we go. You actually almost nailed it. Um, but it was Seth Rollins at the end, which I had called, saying
yes,
that he was going to win. And what better than having him? I mean, he is the face, and I think a bigger push for Seth Rollins that he may be facing Big E for that WWE Championship. Overall, I did say during the series that man, Big E's facing the Shield pretty much because now he's finished with Roman Reigns. Now he's gonna be having Seth Rollins behind him. So
Yep.
I'm liking this, man. I'm liking it.
You
More
know,
more. Go ahead.
yeah, it was to me. It was a good run for Big E, but I think it's just now time to move on from that and put the belt around Seth Rollins because he'll carry the Raw brand much better than what Big E has. You know, it was a good storybook ending. He deserved it. A long time coming, he got it. But now let's move on to bigger and better things.
And yeah, and
Yeah,
it seems like the
yeah,
couple is
yeah,
running away with Raw, and we're about to see Seth Rollins win, man. It's the thing
yeah,
is we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and it probably will
yeah.
happen at WrestleMania because there is no more pay per view for the remaining of this year. So
Right.
was not to say that Seth Rollins wins the Royal Rumble in January.
Yeah, that'll really solidify him. You know, to go after that title. Yeah, I mean, Big E right now is just gonna have to figure this out. What he's gonna do
Yeah.
next.
And you know who else is figuring out? It's Omos who wins the Battle Royal. I don't know how you could defeat this guy, man. I mean, this guy went toe to toe with pretty much almost everybody in that ring, and nobody has an answer to defeat Omos.
But I don't think nobody really even try to come up with a game plan to try to attack him. You know, I mean, so you know, if you're just gonna try to do a one on one, then you're failing, setting yourself up for failure. Everybody should have jumped on him from the get go. They've done it to the Big Show before. Why can't you do it with him? You know, so
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Tag team matchup: Randy Orton and Riddle and the Usos, and there you have it. RK Bros winning it, and congrats to Randy Orton, the most pay per view events, the most matches, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he's close to being the most of victory too. But I
yeah,
mean that RKO was probably the most amazing move that I've seen, and it's like every time I see him RKO somebody, it elevates, right? I mean, this guy
yeah,
did it from outside the ring to run in the ring and execute that all over Riddle. What's this? Oh man, it was
yeah.
amazing.
It remind me of the time when he did that to Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne
Oh,
did that flip
okay.
off the, and he caught him in
Yes.
midair. But
Now
you know,
I take it back. That was the best one.
but Randy Orton knows how to continue to spice up his finishing move. You
Hmm.
know, he's the only one today that can take his own finishing move and spice it up and catch you from any angle. So you really got to be careful what you're doing because he'll catch you at anything. I mean, don't be in the shower. He might catch you in the shower too. Don't drop the soap.
No,
But yeah,
no, no.
congrats to RK Bro. Randy Orton is definitely a legend. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing.
A future Hall of Famer indeed. And
Yes.
also we have the main event. Roman Reigns defeats Big E fair and square. I mean, I got this picture for bleachers, but yo, I thought there was more to the story. And I know everyone's flirting, everyone's commenting on social media about being what's it call it? The Rock being there. Who else? Brock Lesnar's name popped up for as a teaser, but once Brock Lesnar's name came out, I mean there was no distraction there. I mean, look, bottom line is that Roman Reigns this is his time. This is his era. He is the face of WWE, and that fire, that momentum that I got from Hartford watching the last segment of SmackDown, I knew that this is the guy that moving forward. It's gonna take a while for him, for anyone to remove that championship title away from his waist. So congrats to him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he done proved it for the last 448 days. You know, every opponent that stepped in the ring with him, he's defeated them. However you want to see it, I mean, he is the man right now. I mean, there's no way that you cannot acknowledge the tribal chief.
I acknowledge him.
I acknowledge him too.
Well, hey, that wraps up the HHW show. Once again, look, man, we were back for this pay per view event, but we're definitely gonna be back next. I don't know, in January, just in time for the Royal Rumble. Um, as they stated, this is the last pay per view for WWE. I know they got one more for NXT that's coming up on December 5th, But other than that, we'll be back in January or brand new. And I can't wait. Big shout out to CMG Sports Podcast Network and also Frank. If you're hearing us out there, hey, thanks for supporting us. And once again, we can't wait to have you back on the show. And tune into Speaking It Real because he got it going on. That's on clovercrestmedia.com. On behalf of everyone, hey, Hector, it was a great match. Good night,
Yeah.
everyone. Until next year, 2023. Is it 23 or
22,
22?
22, 22.
Oh man, I'm out of it. It's late, man.
It's
It's
late.
already late. And those of you in the East Coast, you know it's time to go to sleep. Anyhow, take care, everyone.